Welcome to Bud's Beer Blurb, the podcast. You can catch all of our episodes on our YouTube channel. Just search at Bud's Beer Blurb and we'll pop right up. Oh, and do me a favor. Would you hit that subscribe button while you're there, please? Thank you very much. We can also be heard on rss.com, and they have a list of other podcast sites that we're on. Just pick the one you like best. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Just do that whole search at Bud's Beer Blurb again. And be sure to give us a follow while you're there. Alright, let's get to the show. Hello everyone, I'm Bud Esty, and welcome to episode 18 of Bud's Beer Blurb podcast. We have a packed episode for you this time. Joining us in the studio is Mary Cate of Mary Cate TV, and she is accompanied by her husband. We're going to be reviewing some beers and also talking about their adventures with Disney World, major Star Wars fans. I had the pleasure of going to Carbone's Kitchen in Bloomfield, Connecticut, where I had a 5-course meal that was paired with beers from Dudleytown Brewing in Windsor, Connecticut. It was a fabulous experience. That's coming right up. And Nick and I sat down to review Rotting Earth by Abomination Brewing. And with that comes an After the Beer segment. All that and more coming up right here on episode 18 of Bud's Beer Blurb, the podcast. I recently had the pleasure of attending Carbone's Kitchen in Bloomfield, Connecticut, for their much-anticipated Final Frost Beer Dinner. This event was a collaboration with Dudleytown Brewing Company from Windsor, Connecticut, and was an evening dedicated to pairing exceptional craft beers with culinary masterpieces crafted by Chef Adam Roland Obasowan. We had a packed room of patrons chatting, sipping on beverages, and eagerly awaiting the first course. Dudleytown's head brewer Rob took center stage throughout the evening, sharing insightful descriptions of each beer. The journey began with Buried Bones, an American fruited sour bursting with blackberry, blueberry, raspberry, and strawberry flavors. This beer was like sipping a fruit cocktail, balancing tartness with sweet. It paired beautifully with a poached pear adorned with blue cheese from Cotto Corner Farm, balsamic pearls, and a raisin walnut crostini. A harmonious start to the evening. The first course featured sweet potato gnocchi accompanied by crispy sage, toasted walnuts, and brown butter. The combination of flavors was rich and satisfying, yet the crispy sage and toasted walnuts made it delightfully complex. The dish was paired with Gideon's, a German-style pilsner with a 5% ABV. Its slightly hoppy, crisp finish was the perfect palate cleanser, leaving me ready for another bite of gnocchi. The second course brought a familiar flavor to me with Dudleytown's Juicy Geiss Superstar, a 7% ABV passion fruit hazy IPA. Its bright passion fruit notes led to a smooth finish with a touch of bitterness. Paired with roasted chicken thigh in a sun-dried tomato cream sauce, rosemary potatoes, and a touch of spinach, the pairing was both tangy and savory, a true crowd pleaser. My personal highlight of the evening was the third course, braised beef short ribs, served with a sweet parsnip puree, rich demi-glace, and a roasted cipollini onion. The short ribs were melt-in-your-mouth tender, and the bold flavors of the demi-glace perfectly complemented the subtle sweetness of the puree. Enter Ghost, a hazy New England IPA, a robust brew that matched the depth of this dish brilliantly. Finally, dessert stole the show. A delicious chocolate cheesecake topped with blackberry compote, graham cracker crumbs, and a playful mint leaf. Paired with Dudleytown's Decadent Decay chocolate raspberry stout, this duo was a match made in dessert heaven. The richness of the stout echoed the cheesecake's indulgent flavors beautifully. Overall, the Final Frost Beer Dinner was a resounding success for both Carbone's Kitchen and Dudleytown Brewing. A huge thank you to Carbone's for the invitation. I'm looking forward to exploring more at the Carbone restaurants in the future. Okay, in the studio with me today is a young couple that I met we met at Rule 3 Brewing during a beer influencer meeting that we had, or a party. And this young lady is named Mary Cate, and she brought her husband Jeff with her. Guys, thank you for being on the show.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having us.
You traveled all the way out here, so thank you for all the travel you did. I always feel bad about, hey, can you come out to the studio? I don't know why I feel bad about that, but I do.
You gave us a beer. We really can't complain.
And it's a beautiful ride out.
Well,
so
that's true.
Well, I mean, the beer is to keep our whistle wet.
Right, exactly.
It's a professional tip.
Mary Cate,
Yes.
you got into being an influencer. You're on Instagram. You're on TikTok
Also on TikTok, yeah.
and Facebook.
And Facebook, yeah.
Anything else like YouTube?
Not YouTube yet. Hope to
Okay.
be soon, but
Yeah.
got the 3 down so far.
And before you did this, you were in broadcast journalism?
That's right, yeah.
Wow. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I have always wanted to be a journalist. And so out of college, I got a call, hey, do you want to work in Bismarck, North Dakota? And after I Googled and triple checked where Bismarck, North Dakota was,
Right?
I didn't look at how cold it got. I took my first TV job out there, which was
Wow.
awesome. But moved a bit closer to be the family and landed in Western Mass, which is where I met Jeff. Our first date was actually at a brewery, which was really kind of fun.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It worked out.
Mm-hmm.
But so, yeah, if you've lived in North Dakota, Western Mass, or Maine, you might have seen me on your TV in the last 10 years or so. I did the news anchor thing at the desk, which was always nicer. There's heat and air conditioning in there.
Right?
But, you know, it's fun to be out in the thick of things, right? When there's a snowstorm or a hurricane. I mean, the sand's not that fun when you're on the beach at hurricane force winds, but it was always great. And so that's how I ended up getting into beer, actually. I was looking for a way to fill our weekend newscast with something different that featured local businesses. And I was at Western Mass News at the time, so
Okay.
I pitched Western Mass Brews to my bosses, and
Oh.
they went for it, which was great. And
Yeah, that's
so
cute.
I got to go all over Western Mass, everywhere from, you know, small microbreweries up in the hills of Coleraine to chatting with the folks at Treehouse when they moved from Munson out to Charlton for that first big move that they did. So,
You know, I used to live in Stafford Springs, Connecticut.
oh yeah.
And the next town over was Munson, Mass.
Mm-hmm.
So that was about when they were at Palmer, though, right?
Mhm.
And I used to go out there, but I remember when they were in a shack.
Oh wow. Yep.
Yeah, I remember when they were in a shack. And now, wow, there's
It is not a shack now.
Campus. Yeah, it's
Right?
like a campus.
it really is. So your transition from like actual television studio professional work to social media,
Yeah.
was that a big change?
It's just, I think, a really less, I don't want to say polished, but a much more organic way to connect with people
Yes.
and using that channel. And I know you're familiar with just the beauty of beer and community is connection, right? Like,
Yes.
we're going to open a can, get together, chat about things. And
Mhm.
that's the beauty of social media, is that we can do that without physically being in the same space.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, it just meant this is another avenue to share that kind of storytelling.
Right. And it's funny because like most of the time with us craft beer people, the conversations are about craft beer.
Right.
Naturally.
Yeah. Well, that's okay though.
Yeah.
You know, I saw on your Instagram, you guys, you like going to Disney, don't you?
Yeah. We just got back, what is it, like a week ago out of the Disney bubble? And
Yeah.
I had never been until our honeymoon last year, and I just really great drinks, great beer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sort of a newer thing, right? Like we never did it before. We did it for the honeymoon. She got sick kind of halfway through.
Oh no.
So this
So I
was
did not get to try the avocado margarita
Yeah,
at
there's-
Epcot, which was
drinking
just-
around the world. There's a lot of stuff that she didn't get to experience. So we kind of redid it this year and experienced it all. So it was good.
Yeah, because I was going to say that wasn't your first time.
No.
It was like just a few weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I gotta point this out. And I'm going to throw this picture up. This picture right here. Okay.
Yes.
Are you a Disney princess or what? Holy cow! I mean, you seriously could be in a movie like this.
Well, thank you.
Look at this picture, folks.
This is all Jeff. Jeff is such a good sport in taking all of my beer and sometimes Disney princess outfit photos.
Yeah, the princess doesn't get too thrilled when the pictures aren't that great. So
And I can tell Jeff is a big Star Wars fan because of
Yes.
this one.
yes.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm
that
surprised
was-
you didn't bring the lightsaber with him today, bud. And just
I
you
almost
hear
did.
the.
I wish you did.
I
dude.
almost did.
I wish you saw my Darth Vader on the wall. So yeah. But this is just so adorable. This is my favorite picture. You
Yeah.
take a look at
Oh,
this,
yeah.
folks. I actually made the comment of this is a Mouseketeer Jedi.
Check and check.
It's adorable though, and then you guys must have had a great time. That's one of the things. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at this one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Once I
yeah.
discovered the force choke thing, it was all
Right.
over.
Yeah, right in front of the Falcon too. It was
Oh,
perfect.
it's like Mousesoka, you know. But that's one of the things I really got to get there. It looks like a lot of fun.
Oh, you would. The cantina is so fun. And they've got a really great lager. That's the Gold Squadron lager that I tried down there. 10 out of 10.
You know, there's a gentleman who does just Disney brews.
Oh.
That's his whole thing. Disney beers or Disney drinks, something like that.
I'm actually shocked. We went on a spree of Disney YouTube videos, so I'm shocked we didn't see that one.
We got to find him now.
I don't know if he's on YouTube, but I know, but he is on social media.
Okay.
But yeah, that's his shtick, you know.
They had some good mixed drinks. Beers are good, but they had a lot of really cool, like, especially in Star Wars. There's a lot of like the Yub Nub, which is like what I got. Yeah. They had the Fuzzy Tauntaun. They had a ton of drinks there that were really cool.
Wow, did that beer smell worse on the inside than it did on the outside?
Naturally.
After you burped,
yeah, of course.
Now, you call it Mary Cate TV. You don't have anything like beer associated with that at all? You just...
Yeah, I had named it Mary Cate TV at the time when I made the account because I was on TV. And even though it's been now, 3-4 years since I've been on TV, I still just kept it because it's what I've always gone by. And I still like the aspect of, broadcasting out either beers that I enjoy, breweries visiting, or dressing up as Disney princesses.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
Now, the transition... Well, can I call it a transition into beer? Why? What happened? Why did you do this?
I just think I've been moving so many different places. I moved every 2 to 3 years. We've got a picture in our house with all the zip codes I've lived in the past 10 years. It's a pretty long list.
Yeah.
But so the idea was, a lot of these places I've moved and I didn't know a single soul. And so the best way to try to find and meet people was I'm going to look up the local brewery or breweries and check them out and see what's happening, the events that are hosted, get to meet the folks that are going there. And it was a really great way to connect with community.
So do you think it was a comfort thing because of Western Mass brews?
Yeah, I think that's a good part of it. And I think the fact that there's just so many different breweries that have different takes and styles is that it's really an adventure anytime you find a new spot. Yeah,
every brewery has its own story, has its own vibe, That's one of the things I missed about Labyrinth Brewing is you went in there and it felt like home.
Right.
And I kind of have, I shouldn't say I have that same feeling with Almost Famous Brewing because I love the people there, even though it's very big and open.
Sure.
I just hit the camera. I still, the people there they make me feel like I'm at home. And I love that about breweries, or you go to another one and next thing you know, it's this adventure or that adventure. These people, that people, and every single one that I step into, I can sit down to somebody, and if I actually bought them a beer, I'm going to hear their whole life story.
Yeah.
And that's great, because that's what it's all about, being a community together,
Yeah.
And go ahead.
I said I love that. That's such a great way to view and approach things.
Right. And because the Connecticut brew scene is that way also, the breweries are that way with each other. We've mentioned this many times on this podcast. If there's one brewery that's out of hops, they can turn to another one. And it's not, oh, no, you're our competition. No, let's see what we got. And they help each other out. And that's why I want to do the influencers, because it brings the same type of community. And what we do is we go in, we help out a brewery if they need the promoting or something like that, or we go to a brewery and just have fun. But it also brings all of us influencers together. And that's really important to me. I like that scene. So, Jeff.
Yes.
I know. Jeff is like, do you want me to go find something to do? I was like, no, dude. I want
the lights in the background.
No, I want you to do this with us. Tell us a little bit about yourself, because you and I have a connection, don't we?
We have a couple connections.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what do you do for a living?
So I work in the aerospace industry. I work for Collins Aerospace.
Okay.
The procurement world. So buying and selling airplane parts.
And there's somebody that works with you in that department, correct?
Somebody I'm very fond of.
Okay,
yes.
And who is that?
Our buddy Lou Westfall. So
Lou
special
Westfall.
shout out to Lou Westfall.
Yeah, absolutely. I love Lou. Lou has sat in these chairs also. As a matter of fact, I believe it was my very first podcast. They invented the growler power, him and his partner Rob. And they showed it to me. I actually have one here in the studio. And we've become very, very good friends. And it's just such a goof because you and I are like, Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. But how long have you been doing that?
I've been doing that for about, I think, 7 years at this point.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, pardon the pun, but it's a little turbulent, right?
Oh my God, dude!
I told you I can do that.
Oh my God, that was beautiful. Can I use that one?
Anytime. But aerospace industry, especially during COVID, all commercial airliners shut down. Very tough time for the industry. This industry is very much the opposite of what you guys were just talking about, where it's camaraderie and, when you fall down, we'll help you back up. Opposite, right?
Yeah.
It's very cutthroat. It's very, you go out of business, good for us. Right. And vice versa. So it's very refreshing to see the breweries and to actually
woo!
Sorry.
Minor earthquake.
But, as kind of a third party, right? I'm not an influencer. I'm not super big into beer. Love drinking it. But I'll drink anything. So following along and seeing kind of more of the back end of these breweries and the business side and just the people is really refreshing, especially compared to the industry I'm in, where it's just the absolute total opposite. So
and you support your wife.
Always.
Tremendously.
Always.
He's the best.
Yeah.
That's awesome. My wife is absolutely incredible, supporting me in doing all this. This was basically her idea. But the way that she supports me, I'm every day I'm like, woman, what do you see in me?
Oh, I know how that goes. Trust me.
Oh my goodness. But when you're best friends, you always support your best friend.
Absolutely.
So, okay. Well, you brought some beers.
I never come empty-handed anywhere.
Oh.
Got to show up with good stuff.
Oh yes, well, of course you do. Well, let's grab some beers and let's see what you got us.
That sounds great.
Beautiful. Okay, so you brought us a beer. What'd you bring us?
I did. So this one is under the sort of umbrella of unique, probably. If there's something that's a little bit strange or different, I'm probably going to pick it up.
That's what Nick does to me. What Nick's not here. You're going to fill in for him or something? What did you do? What did you bring?
Just doing a brainwave channel with Nick. So This is, we've been talking about summer a little bit.
Yeah.
So thinking of the Cape, my grandparents had a house down the Cape growing up, and my grandfather used to go digging for oysters. So that's a fond memory I have with him.
Okay.
Down that way.
Okay.
Yeah. This is from a brewery in South Dennis. This is Devil's Purse Brewing Company. And this is their Fleets. This is a rice ale that is actually brewed with oysters.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wow. How?
So
oysters? Okay.
Doing a little bit of a history dive. Back in the early, 19th century, I think, oysters were commonly served with stouts. And so you'll often see it with stouts, like an oyster stout. This is a rice lager. And there's also, for just another little curveball here, some yuzu. So... we're going to have a lot to try, and I'm going to let Jeff actually pour it because he's less likely to spill.
By the mic.
By
the mic.
All right, I'm new to this.
Ready? Nice.
There we go.
Did you hear the oysters in the crack?
Yeah, they all scream, help! Okay, no, that's not the color I expected.
I was going to say, Bud, you might not invite me back after this.
No. You're like you said, you're channeling Nick very well. This is... right up our alley here. Oyster beer, folks. Oyster beer. I'm gonna start taking a sniff.
Give it good old.
I need to smell this thing. There's something fishy going on here.
If you weren't going to say it, I was going to.
Thank you. No, I had to. Actually, it smells good.
I got a bit of the rice.
Yeah, it has
to it.
It almost smells a little like a sour.
A little bit.
It does.
You got that? But I don't smell any crustaceous anything here.
Probably a good thing.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'm gonna do
get a little taste here. All right, guys.
With the mugs.
That's very light.
Very.
Yeah.
It's more lemony than fish.
Pleasantly surprised by the lack of fish.
You sometimes get a lemon slice with oysters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's light and refreshing. That's nice. I actually like this.
Yeah?
I was scared.
It's I saw the fear in your eyes when I brought the can in. You were like, oh.
Oh, oysters. No, that's really tasty.
And I don't get too much yuzu, but a lot of lemony brightness of some kind.
Well, the rice ale aspect of it is forward.
Mm-hmm.
It's very tasty. That's interesting. Well, that's a first for me.
Bringing oyster beer to
Oyster beer,
yeah.
Well, we're not going to review it though, in terms of rate it. I wouldn't know where to go with this one, honestly. When I rate a beer, we look at the label, what they say it is,
right,
and then from there we know where we're supposed to rate it. If it's a hazy, it needs to taste like a hazy and present like a hazy. If it's a New England, might not.
Sure.
But oyster.
How many shells out of 5?
Yeah, right. Anyway, we're gonna leave that one alone. Okay. Hey, you have another beer for us, and we'll bring that one to you right after this. Okay, we're back. What else did you bring us?
Sure. If you know me at all, you will know that I am a sweet treat type of person. I believe that everybody deserves a sweet treat every day, month, year.
I brought you kisses.
The
Dark chocolate kisses.
It's going to go perfect with this beer. So this one is chocolate bunnies, which delightful.
Yeah, Easter's coming up, so
Easter's coming up, right?
Yeah.
So this one's a Scotch style ale.
Oh.
With cacao nibs, vanilla, and the marshmallow is what really sold me. And the can's got this very cute tree of bunnies, which is kind of like a dream for the candy lovers out there. And Jeff can do the crack here.
Nice.
Nice work.
Yeah, so anybody who knows me knows that I'm not a big fan of really sweet beers. Like, New England beers have a sweetness to them, but they're not like, marshmallow, which is one of the things, like, and that's what freaks me out about Jim Wilfinger, is that he'll make a beer with marshmallows, and yet you can taste the marshmallows, but it's not overly sweet.
Yeah.
So he goosed me out. But usually Nick will bring in something, and we taste it, and it like closes your throat. It's so.
Oh, geez, yeah.
So I'm nervous. I always get nervous with these kinds of beers. When I hear marshmallow, I'm like, uh-oh, here we go.
Really bringing like the Fear Factor vibe to the. Also, I forgot to mention Little House Brewing Company too. So
awesome.
I'd be remiss in reporting that fact.
And what is the ABV? Can you see that?
Sure, yes. We are at 8% ABV for this one.
Ooh, I'm liking this one already.
Oh, yeah. So.
All right, well,
label out.
Let's see what the nose says.
All right.
Okay, so that's really light for what I was expecting.
Definitely got chocolate.
Yeah, that chocolate toffee kind of smells sweet, but not like it's. You ever smell like a stout that has like marshmallow or peanut butter, blah blah blah, and you smell it and it's like.
That's how I know I'm going to love it.
That's every single one she's ever ordered and brought home.
So this doesn't have like an overwhelming sweet smell.
That like cloying sweet, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Well, let's give it a taste, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. It's not overly sweet.
No, pretty light.
It's tame, but there's a lot.
I'm getting that chocolate though.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. But at the same time, it's not overwhelming your palate.
No,
but there's still a lot of flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Little House Brewing, they're good. They're good brewery.
I like that.
Wow.
I'm not a big stout person. That's good.
Please take note of the date that Jeff said he'd like one of the dessert style stouts I brought home for lunch.
Yeah.
Right. We got it on video.
This is a moment.
Right.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is very good.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. Like I said, this is not overly sweet.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you want to choke. It's very tasty. To me, this is the way these things are supposed to taste.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when it coats your mouth and it just stays there and hangs, that's not fun.
No.
Even at Easter, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
this might be a good one.
Depends what you're eating for Easter, but yeah, this is good. I like this.
Go with those little Cadbury eggs.
And I'm just gonna take a real quick look at the label again.
Please.
Yeah, you know what? For what they are calling it and what I'm tasting, this deserves a review.
Wow.
As far as I'm concerned, and
Wow.
I'm at 3 3/4. And for me, that's good job, Little House. Good job.
Love that.
Yeah. Anybody else want to take a run at that? I mean, you're the beer influencer.
Oh yeah, I would skew more towards 4, just because I think that what it's described and what it's delivering is right on the money.
Yeah.
I do get that marshmallow kind of on the back end, that real rich chocolate up front, but I do like the fact that it's fairly light, especially given the ABV. So I would give it the 4. I know we've switched away from the clamshell review, so 4 chocolate bunnies here.
Oh, jeez. Nice. Here we go. Wow. But the only reason I haven't hit a 4 is I would have liked to see just a tad more chocolate flavor.
Ooh, I can see that.
Just a tad more.
Yeah.
But this is really good. Good job. I like that. I think we're going to finish this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have
no doubt.
All right. So, look, I brought a beer for you guys.
Ooh.
And actually, I got a couple for you. Why don't we step up and take a look at Dudleytown's Open Portals.
Ready to go?
I brought what I consider to be a treat from Dudleytown Brewing. This is called Open Portals. The can art is insane.
It really is.
That is so crazy. I love it.
I love that.
They got a great artist working for them. Okay, so Open Portals. Now, Rob the brewer there, he handed me this 4-pack himself.
Ooh.
Okay, and I was like, ooh, okay. And he actually said, I think this is the best IPA I have ever made.
Wow.
Okay. So this is an all Citra Hazy IPA, and I believe it's an 8%, but my vision's terrible. Oh, no, it's a 7%.
Ooh. A real light beer, then. I'm kidding.
It kind of is, you know. But let's share this one, give it a taste. Absolutely. I really want to hear your voice on this one. Okay, yeah. So I'll crack this one open. Nice, and it splashed everywhere.
10 out of 10.
Okay. These little mugs sometimes are kind of crazy to pour into, but that's okay.
They're incredibly charming.
So while I'm pouring this, give it a smell and tell me what you smell.
Yeah, for sure. I do have to agree with you that the can art and the artists that they have at Dudleytown, you go into that brewery and I'm like, we could use it as decor in our house. A little spooky, a little fun.
Well, yeah, you like the whole Halloween thing, so of course, yeah.
215 days and counting.
Oh, jeez. Awesome. Okay.
Real nice tropical notes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guava, pineapple.
Well, it's all Citra.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right on the money with that, Mary Cate. Nice, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hazy. It's gorgeous color. I guess pineapple in there, too. My nose is really sensitive to pineapple for some reason. I don't know why, but this smells delicious.
It does.
All right. You guys ready for a taste?
Mm-hmm.
Always.
All right. Cheers.
That is incredibly smooth.
Yeah.
Smooth is like the first thing that comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
Right? Now, this is a hazy. You have to, think of it that way. You can't think of it as specifically in New England or anything like that. So we're looking for an extreme balance of sweet and dank. And you know what? I think he nailed it.
It's right down the road.
Right?
Yeah. It's like a portal between the two.
Hey. I've run out of the drum light.
I'm going to choke on my beer here. Because you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, if I wasn't smiling, I probably would have had an open joke for you. But yeah, seriously, I love this. This is beautifully balanced. You got that citrus just crying out to you. I like it.
Oh.
But I reviewed this, but I haven't posted that review yet. Ooh. And that's why I thought it'd be really interesting to see what you thought before I post that. But obviously, this podcast will come out after that posting.
Yes.
So everybody understands where this is going. Mary Cate, beer influencer.
Yes.
Instagram star.
Oh.
What would you rate this at?
Oh. See, I do feel like I tend to grade on the upward trend because, again, I don't typically do a number system.
Mm-hmm.
If someone were to go to Dudleytown, which is a place we love to go to, it's actually pretty close to one of my work sites. Amazing.
Okay.
This would be one that I would say top of the list. Order this beer. This is delightful, especially if you're someone who is not a super IPA fan of like that bitter feeling.
Mm-hmm.
This is so incredibly balanced, and I would say maybe slightly teetering towards a sweet, but not in a way that's cloying or just like that is just really just sugar punch to the face.
Right.
So if we're doing numbers, this would be over a 4.5 for me. This is delightfully lovely.
Over a 4.5.
Over a 4.5. That's mine. Which I know I'm grading almost. I just skew very high. I know I do, especially compared to other beer folks. But I love this.
You nailed it.
Delightful. So
little preview of my upcoming review.
Because I was going to say
you're right on the money.
I was going to say, am I reading the future here? But
no, this is just Rob nailed it. You nailed it, Rob. This is near perfect. I say near because I'm not going to give it a 5.
Sure.
But yeah, this is right up there. So, cheers again.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I have one more beer for you guys, and that's from Counterweight.
Oh.
It's going to be tough to follow this.
It is.
Really
so
tough.
That's a great spot, though.
Be right back. I'd like to present you with a beer.
Awesome.
And this is going to be a full pour.
Oh.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually have Critical Mass, and that's from Counterweight. And this has an 8% ABV. And I had this years ago, but they got the label changed. And I want to get the flavors changed. Now, you mentioned you've never had this before?
Not this particular beer.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried their Pilsner is awesome in the summer. And so I'm really excited.
Cool. Jeff?
If she hasn't had it, I haven't had it. So it's a safe bet that I have not had it. Thank you.
Okay. Here's
Very
one for each of you.
Thank you, bud.
I have a glass for you guys.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. We gotta be careful of the bang, bang, bang.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very delicate.
Yeah, weird. So, and you guys ready?
Time for the crack.
And nice.
Oh, mine was slightly delayed. That's what happens when you have long nails.
Wow. All right. Well, let's check out the aroma.
Absolutely.
A lot of citrus. Lots and lots of pineapple.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Nice and sweet.
Yeah.
And this is a double IPA. I like that 8% ABV. Man, I'm so guilty of banging the mic myself. It's crazy.
Just add a little drum set effect to everything.
There you go.
Jeff, how did you pour the whole can without having a head? I mean,
I know.
you and I, we have a,
Jeff is
Some people are just straight drinkers.
dude. And that head right now, wait till you see what it does to this mustache. It's terrible. It's terrible. All right, well, anything you're picking up besides the pineapple's really.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like,
absolutely. It's definitely giving tropical fruit flavors and
Yeah, it smells good.
yeah, it absolutely
really good.
does.
All right, well, let's give it a taste.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Slancha.
So
Good.
slightly dank up front.
Yeah.
But I think that's just quelled by the sweetness that's in it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it hangs on a little, but
It definitely does. It's not overly sweet either. So,
Right.
like, if you're someone who's
Yeah.
not a big fan of,
Which is me. I'm not a big fan of overly sweet,
yeah,
but this is like a perfect balance.
mm-hmm.
That's good. That's
Like
really
that.
good.
kind of sneaky that it's 8% too. Doesn't really taste like it is. So this might be a good drink and take a nap.
Not this kid. This Irish blood keeps going and going.
Love that.
But yeah, you can taste it a little bit, but I agree with you. It's really not prevalent in the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you could mistakenly drink a few of these and go, oh yeah, I better get something to eat.
Beautiful color too.
Now, it tastes very much the way I remember it tasting years ago. So my review I've already done, but I'm just curious. I mean, what would you give this?
Yeah, it's interesting. I love the mug scale out of 5. For me, I rarely go into the numbers field, mostly because numbers are not my thing. Okay. And so I go more so on like the vibes of beers and flavors. And this reminds me of, if I'm on a porch and I'm looking for something that's going to give me some tropical vibes, especially right now, if you're in New England, it's been a real gross spring.
Yeah.
And this is bringing nice sunny skies to the brain. And so I would lean this towards upper 4.5 out of 5 because it's delightful.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to argue with that. What would you say, Jeff? Do you like it?
I like it a lot. I too struggle kind of with the number system, just because taste is so subjective, right? Yep. But I agree. I feel like this is like a summer back porch, just lounging
by the fire.
Perfect beer for that. Nice. The floral and the citrus notes are just like everything you could want on a summer day. Kind of getting me excited for summer. I'm not really a summer person, but this is kind of getting me excited for summer.
Well, craft beer, that's the summer thing. Big time.
It's very good.
Cool. We'll roll with that. And I'm a little bit harder.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've been told that by a few brewers. Yeah, but I feel bad for certain brewers, man. I am a little bit more, rigid with this. But I think my original was 4, and I'm still at a 4 with this. Nice. Which with me, that's hard to get. It really is. So. Yeah. But hey, guys, thank you so much for being on the show. I really appreciate your company. I appreciate the beers you brought. Thank you. And I look forward to working with you in the future.
Oh, absolutely.
We got a ton of beer influencer events coming up, so we're going to have a lot of fun.
Looking forward to it. Lots of great pints, great chats. What more could you ask for?
Perfect.
And it's our pleasure to be here.
Yeah. Well, thank
you for having us.
You drove a little bit, and I appreciate it. So, all right. Hey, cheers guys. Woo.
So No Coast Taqueria, aka formerly known as No Coast Kitchen. Started off doing pop-ups with a hot dog cart like 4 years ago. Kind of built a reputation of having some really awesome, yummy food at really yummy, awesome ticket times. One bite, everybody knows the rules. So we'd show up at breweries, concerts, fairs, quinceañeras, prison release parties, CD release parties, you name it. If there were hungry people who wanted really good tacos, we would show up, slang them to the masses.
That is good. I could do that all day. It's really good.
I kind of built an empire, but instead of brick by brick, taco by taco, a couple of tacos, bam! So now here we are in the empire.
Okay, we're back, and Nick, wow, you brought us some good beer, didn't you?
Oh, always.
Oh.
At least that's what I tell myself.
All right, tell us about it.
All right, so what I have today, I tend to always bring Abomination Brewing, honestly.
Yeah, we love.
Yeah, for a reason.
We're talking over each other. Yeah, we love it.
Anyways, this is Rotting Earth from Abomination, as always. I love the can art.
Yeah.
Very intricate, very nice, very unique, that's for sure.
And we're supposing, we believe that this is the 2025.
Yes, there's a different one each year. Each one has a
different
normally it was a slightly different hop profile. We saw the two of them that had one difference, but this new one,
this has a lot more.
A huge difference. So this is a 9.3%.
And
it is double dry hopped, double IPA. And it has Mosaic, Nelson, Eldorado, Citra, Columbus, and Galaxy.
Nice.
So can't really go wrong with that mix there.
Yeah. So just so everybody knows, the girls, they're in the house. Aria is in the house. So you're going to hear her like that last time. last time you were here.
Exactly. That child's a force to be reckoned with.
I love her. She's so freaking cute. It's unreal. Okay, so we have amazing hop profile going on right now, and that is her. Everybody heard that one.
That was Mia.
That was Mia?
That was Mia.
I can't tell with these on. Anyway, we do have a very impressive hop profile, so I'm expecting big stuff here.
Oh, yes.
So you want to just go for it?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Nice.
I'm sitting here. I got a T-Rex arm to do that.
Yeah. Not very well planned. Okay. Whoa, dude.
I can already smell it.
Yeah. Same thing. I can smell this already.
I got ahead of myself here. All right.
Careful that mic. Dude, you're feedbacking.
I sure am.
No, that's a spring. Okay.
I was trying to stop with my arm.
We are really out of practice. Man, that has an aroma.
I can't smell it till I guess I could rotate it.
Yeah. That is, wow. A lot of citrus.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
A lot of melon. Guava. Sweet. Grapefruit. Wow. This is, yeah, I gave you a slightly taller pint glass.
I did better than last time we did this together.
Yeah.
Because none of it ended up on me this time.
Cheers to that, right?
Oh, yeah.
What are you catching? Anything beyond what I've listed?
No, it's just, the set of citrus is incredible.
Yes.
It is.
Yes, but it's like a multitude. It's not
yeah,
like an orange or a lemon. It's like
the
all of
the
it.
melon, the guava, it's just.
That's beautiful. Oh, let's give it a taste. Wow. That's a lot of flavor.
It takes a lot
Yeah.
to make me speechless.
Yeah, same here. I was like, wow.
Yeah, hold on.
Wow. There's a dank and a sweet simultaneous.
Yeah, and it's weird how those hit because it's in the same spot on my mouth.
Right.
It's not like up front you get the sweet, back is dead. It's just
boom.
Yeah.
The whole entire mouth. And it's very soft. I mean, it's not sticking and clinging to your mouth.
Yeah,
it's gone.
It's not like the dank and sweet are fighting for that spot in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
They're sharing it very nicely.
The citrus is incredible. I'm definitely getting some lemon rind.
Now let me ask
lemon
you.
Zest.
Take one more sip, and does this taste like a 9.3?
No.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, man. That can go down quick. But this, to me, tastes like a partying beer.
Yeah, it has that little... That
little kick to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, oh my god, it's the alcohol. No, but at the same time, it's like, ooh, hey, how you doing?
Well, that's the issue with this, is if you had this at a party, you could kill the whole package.
Oh god, yeah. Quick.
Mistakes might be made that night.
The steaks, as in the steaks you're in trouble, or the steaks as in beef?
Mistakes.
Oh, mistakes. Oh yeah, she's not fun to play with.
I'll say beef, all right. I'd take that over anything.
You are the beef.
I'm the beef.
This is incredible.
This
is
really
incredible. The both of us were speechless for a moment.
Yeah, and that's an issue because we never shut up.
Definitely some grapefruit in there too, though.
Yeah, as I get further down, I'm tasting more and more.
Yeah, your daughter's getting further and further down too. So my son right now has 3 little girls that he's watching with 3 dogs and 3 cats.
Good luck and Godspeed.
And we just sort of went, good luck.
Cowabunga it is.
But one of them's his daughter, so that's right, and a boy who's hiding in his room. 2 of my grandkids live here with us, and my grandson's smart. He's just gone. All right, well, let's go on to rating this thing, dude. I'm really wow.
Yeah, no, this is fantastic.
Yeah,
it is really good.
I'm at 4.5.
This what I'm going to say might surprise you. I'm at a 4.
Oh, really?
It is incredible.
Yeah.
This is an incredible beer. Don't get me wrong. It's
Okay.
But it's not special to me.
Really?
There's just
Oh, man.
I don't know. It just
I will
if that makes any sense.
Yeah, but I will go out and buy this.
Oh, I would too.
Yeah.
I'd get this a million times over.
Oh,
but there's
man.
just it doesn't have that like the it factor that I always talk about in the beers.
Right.
It doesn't have that separation that makes it special.
Okay. I with the way both of us sipped it and were just speechless. I mean, that moment that I was like, oh my goodness, that taste. It is, to me, it's unique. Definitely IPA, but there's something unique about this one, and that's why I'm at a 4.5.
Yeah, and it's. I'll be honest. I'm probably going to come up, and it's not because of 9.3. It's there's a lot to discover in this beer. There is, and I right now I'm sitting there because it's other than that first taste that did make me speechless, and most of that was the fact that it was dank and sweet in the same spot in my mouth. So
right.
What the fuck?
Again, that's another reason, but okay,
yeah,
but that's cool.
I don't know what's keeping me from higher yet.
So are we gonna after the beer?
If we're still upright, yeah.
Come on, we've only had 1.5.
Yeah, I know, slow day.
After the beer, that is. But all right, we're gonna bring you after the beer. After the beer is gone.
That sounds like you're enjoying it already.
Dude, it's just the theme song. Come on. So this is after the beer. Ready?
Don't mind the extra audio in the background.
Or in the foreground, dude. Jeez. Nick's back. I don't know how to do that, you kid. So yeah, all right. We finished this beer. I was at 4.5.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stay there. You're at 4.
I'm still at 4.
Okay. So, you know what, though? It hasn't changed. Even, there's been a little bit of time here. Oxygen has gotten to it. Temperature has gotten to it. And we're both still very, very happy.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. It's damn good beer.
Absolutely.
As I was saying before, there's just... I don't know what's keeping me from going higher. I just... Because it's phenomenal. This is a very good beer. I'd buy this again. I'd buy it 20 more times.
Well, it's just that it thing.
Yeah, it just... This even had something a little special, but it's just still not standing out to me.
That's all palate perception, brother.
Yep.
It's all good. All right, well, that was after the beer. And I'm Bud.
I'm Nick.
We out.